Hey everyone, Austin here with Real Seal, talking to you today on another blog video about does drain tile need to be sloped? It absolutely needs to be sloped, just like any other water pipe that you deal with, to promote proper water drainage, to move that water. If you don't slope it, water's going to sit in the pipe. This will cause excess humidity. It could cause flooding in the basement during heavy rain. You can end up with a failure of your system. Now we have two different types of drain tile we install. One is the traditional corrugated with the sock that has these slits in it all along. Now, if you were to install this perfectly level, in some of the gravel you laid in, it could end up creating a little valley, which means you've got water sitting in this pipe. If we have the solid drain tile that we install, which has these two lines of holes on the bottom and holes down, and you do the same thing where it's laid flat, it doesn't have as big of a chance of creating a valley, but it still can, because over a long stretch, the pipe is flexible. Shouldn't the drain tile be next to the footer and not go beneath the footer? And that's absolutely correct. It leads to the next question, do I need more than one sump pump in my basement? If you have more than 160 feet perimeter in your basement, you are going to need two sump pumps. The reason being is you can only run about 80 feet of drain tile before you get too low where you're going to get beneath the footer and then start compromising the security of the foundation and of the footing. So if you have 159 feet or 160 feet, you could start at the end, you could make that your top point, and you could pitch that drain tile down both ways, so it's kind of two separate systems in one. Once you hit 161 feet, now you're too long of a run, and that drain tile is too low by the sump pit. When you get to 321 feet is when you'll need a third pit, because again, then we can split up those sections of drain tile, so you essentially have four 80-foot runs. It's really important to understand how drain tile slopage works, because just like any other water that moves in pipes, it needs to be sloped so that it runs properly and quickly to the pit. It's important that you get a reputable foundation repair and waterproofing contractor to install your drain tile. General contractors don't know the ins and outs and the intricacies of drain tile and waterproofing, which will lead to level drain tile systems. We have replaced many newly installed drain tile systems from other contractors who are not full-time waterproofers because they do not know that it needs to be sloped. They would never not slope a sewage pipe, but for some reason they believe that every other pipe should be level. Always slope your drain tile. It is how you keep your basement dry and safe for generations to come. You know where to go. Call Real Seal, where not everything's better when wet.